Morning everyone. I ventured out into the kitchen garden this morning. I'm about to get some ground ready in preparation for sowing some seeds. And while I was out in my garden shed, I looked through my rare garden tools and actually thought, what do I need all those tools for? So I thought I'd just go through some of the tools that I find essential in the garden, and it might be a benefit for yourselves, especially if you're just starting out. Now, the number one tool I would use is my garden spade. There's loads of uses, planting trees and shrubs, or for digging in the winter. I find it really useful. Now I use stainless steel. You can use ordinary steel spades, which come at a much cheaper price, but a stainless steel you find much easier to dig with. And nowadays you can get these for as much as £15. To go along with my spade, I have a matching fork. Again, I use stainless steel. It's much easier to keep clean, and you find should last you a lifetime. In fact, most of these now have got lifetime guarantees, so it's well worth, in my opinion, to just spend that extra few pounds on stainless steel. That's your fork and your spade done with. Next thing I've seen in my shed is my trusty old hoe. They've got different types of hoe. This is a little Dutch hoe, which I find is probably I have the most use with throughout the year. It's getting rid of my weeds. You use it in a cutting action. I don't know if you can see there. You just slide the tool on the top of the soil, and just cutting the weeds off at their base. Yeah, they come back, but you know, for the sake of a few minutes, you can cover quite a lot of ground by using a Dutch hoe. They come in various sizes. So this is a 3-inch Dutch hoe, especially useful for hoeing around smaller vegetables. And then if you just want to clear a bit of larger ground, I've got a 4-inch Dutch hoe. The good thing about this Dutch hoe is it's got a detachable head like that, and you can put various other heads on there for different implements. So it can go from a draw hoe to rakes, so you just have the one handle. This can be quite an expensive tool, but of course you have many implements for the one handle, which can be of benefit. Another type of hoe which I use a lot of, and this is called a little onion hoe. Now this was passed on to me from a head gardener that I used to work for 40 years ago, and it's something that I've kept. I had to take the head up a few times, as you can see, but it's a very very good hoe for me. And again, especially useful for hoeing around onions that are planted a little bit closer together. And I don't know if you can see with the action here, that this is how you just pour the ground towards you. So any weeds that are growing, you just pour them towards you and just cut them off at the bottom. Again, it comes in many sizes. I tend to use this little, almost 2.5-inch hoe, but it's one of my trusted friends in the garden. So hopefully I'll have this for a few more years yet. Other tools that you'll need, as I said, I was preparing some ground ready for some seed today. This again is a ordinary rake, steel rake. As you can see, tines are fairly close together, which is great for raking over ground and raking some of the stones off the soil, as you can see here. Again, invaluable if you're trying to prepare ground for seed. The other kind of rake, I think we've probably all got them in the garden, is a springtime rake. Quite a bouncy rake, great in the autumn for raking up leaves, which you can see it's got a nice action. And again, what's something I think you should all be having in your garden. So that's the biggest tools. Next tools I go to are trusty trowel. Again, as you can see, I've gone for stainless steel, purely because, in my opinion, once you've got one, it's going to last you a lifetime. Try and keep it nice and clean. And again, for this, anything that you're planting in the garden, especially things in small pots, easy just to push into the soil, make your hole, put your plant in, and away you go. Other tools that I think you'll find are essential: loppers. Now these can be quite expensive, and these can range from £7 to £40, even more. But again, once you've got them forever. But if you've got shrubs in your garden that need pruning, fantastic action, cut nice and cleanly, and takes all the effort out of pruning. However, if there are things that are a bit too big for the pruners, then invest in one of these. This is a lovely little pruning saw, manufactured locally, but originated from Japan, and they've got a lovely action, and it's difficult to see because there's nothing to cut at the moment, but once you use these, it's something that you'll never go back to an ordinary bow saw. Okay, so well worth the investment. Oh yeah, on my hip here, I don't know if you can see, I go nowhere in the garden without my secateurs. Whenever you walk around your garden, there's always something that needs nipping off, deadheading. I always carry these with me, and I'll tell you another good investment is this little sheath for them. It's a little leather sheath with a simple little belt clip on it. Just clip it onto your belt or your trousers, or in my case I just stick it onto my pocket, and there you go. Whenever you need to do any deadheading, you've got your tool of choice right by the side of you. Another one that I might have, here we go. This was brought to me 25 years ago as a birthday present. Something that I always keep in my trousers, although very often it goes missing, but it always seems to pop up again. There's a little pruning knife, again, which is great for nipping off deadheading roses or other herbaceous plants, or even cutting stems for cut flowers. You always need a little garden knife. Okay, well that's a little brief look at all the tools that I use in my garden. I'm about to get using them again now, because I'm just about to start raking some ground over some seeds. So enjoy your Saturday, and happy gardening.